every single elementary school in the county.
Yes, every fifth grade
Every
class.
fifth grade class.
Yes, so that's quite an accomplishment for our national scale.
Thought we do quite a bit of our own repair work on our vehicles. Can we do farm some things out?
Yes, we do not have a mechanic in the house, so we can
Okay.
send a lot of things out. We typically do oil changes in the operations department. Aside from that, most of our
Okay.
vehicles.
For some reason, I seem to remember that we have somebody that can do basic repairs, but it's okay. I'm good.
Any other questions?
Really wasn't a lot.
We'll call the vote. Mr. Long?
Yes.
Mrs. DeVore?
Yes.
Mr. Bailey?
Do you remember who made the motion?
There's Andre and
I
Jackie.
have Andre and then me for this.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to old business. The certificate of estimated property tax revenue from the Geauga County Auditor that is being provided simply to make it part of the permanent record and being signed by the county auditor. So we wanted everyone to see that. The auditor's office did act on that, on your resolution from the May board meeting in a timely manner, so they did certify the 9/10 that will eventually go on ballot this November. And so it's been certified by the auditor's office, the 9/10 millage. So any questions on that? Just want to make that part of the permanent record. And that's the only item on old business. Moving on to new business, planning and operations update. We have 5 contracts listed there. One is complete, and that is the paving at Elton Russell Park. By Kokosin, turned out really nice, they did a good job, so. Any other question on contracts?
What is the status of the other projects?
Griswold Creek actually was just kind of wrapped up. We did a final walkthrough with Davey Resource Group, who was doing the construction out there. So that's pretty much complete. Throwing Meadows is actually moving along, that's under construction. And then Big Creek park improvements just started. They started with the demo last week, and they're starting to move into doing some of the earthwork in that. And then Throwing Meadows, the asphalt resurfacing is going to be a little bit later in summer.
And that's an existing,
Basically, we're overlaying the existing parking lot and entry drive. We're kind of timing that to sort of coincide with when they're doing the asphalt for the new area too, so it'll all be kind of that one time.
what is the status of the other projects over there at Florida? As far as the construction of the new facility?
It's moving along. They have all the base material in for the parking lot. They poured footers. They're working on some of the block work for the picnic shelters, some of the stormwater management, rough gradings, and it's moving along.
All right. Any other questions on projects? If not, we move on to the next agenda item, and that is the 2020 appropriation budget draft. This is the draft. We would ask that the Board of Park Commissioners approve it at the July board meeting to be ready to go to the Budget Commission in August. So, any questions on the 2020 appropriations budget draft?
Yes, just one second.
Okay.
I know there's gonna be more, because we're gonna keep passing through this, but I did wanna make acknowledgement of, I know we have briefly touched base with this before, but maybe between you and Matt, you're able to kind of give our audience an overview. Basically, there's somewhere where we're gonna be spending about $1 million less than we did this year, and I believe it's in projects, is that correct? I just can't find where I'm looking.
Yeah, we have a couple of spots where the, we have a big jump for example, supplies and so forth. Probably gonna wanna have those explained, under supplies and materials. You've got two big jumps.
Oh, Jack, are you referring in main improvement?
Yeah, there's so many pages, I'm just trying to find out. I mean, in a nutshell, what I was trying to get at is that there are several areas where we're kind of plateauing and estimating to stay the same, and there are some areas where we're just slight decrease, slight increase, but we have a huge decrease in the amount of, maybe it is, I just don't know what page it's on. Page what, does somebody see it? Oh yeah, page 6. We have a huge decrease, first off, in revenue, and then in budget requests as well. So we're gonna, the current revenue, we're gonna be down, it says like 2.1 down to 1 million. And then in budget requests, we have 2.5 million down to 1.3 million. Maybe touch there, it's on page 6.
Revenue on page 6, the $1 million going out.
I know that one's gonna show state grants and stuff this year, we got the huge amount, but what I'm trying to get at is the budget requests. How are we anticipating being down 1.2 million there?
So those were the projects we presented at the last board meeting. So really, Welton's Gorge, again, kind of what we've done in, I would say, the last 4 to 5 years is we've started to take on more work with our in-house construction crews. So like at Welton's Gorge, they're gonna be doing the trails and that work. So we're able to kind of maybe do a little bit more by utilizing our in-house staff for construction. And then also next year, the other projects we're looking at, are grant funded. The restoration work at Sunnybrook and the brook trout habitat restoration work at the Westwoods, we're hoping, to have some grant funding for those. So that was a way where we were able to kind of do a little bit more, but budget-wise, sort of bring that down.
Those are just the types of things that I think are really good to promote, how much our efforts in grant writing and funding, we're trying to, raise that amount each and every single year so that we can lower our bottom line, especially coming into a year where we're asking, for dollars in November. So, I think it's important to kind of touch base with those things.
Now on page 6, of course, we have the $1 million transfer moving from the general fund over to those projects.
Right.
Okay.
Nothing else really stood out to me at this time. Like I said, everything has kind of either plateaued or just gone up or down slightly.
Regarding your question, Andre, I would specifically have to go department by department budget and look for some of those underlying supplies and materials.
It just seems like a big jump.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure it's explainable, it just.
Yeah, sure.
Have to do it in our operation too, when we see a big jump in something.
Are you talking here with materials?
Yeah, it just seems like a big,
65,000? Yeah, so maybe if you could,
I mean, I can understand a general, increase based upon price increases and so forth, and you're gonna have new projects and things of that nature, but when it's called materials and supplies, I'm assuming these are things that are just built into the annual purchasing.
Yeah, we have it summarized.
actually, there's 3, so if you just write down supplies, 66, equipment, 66 and 67, those are the biggest jumps that makes up like 55,000 of the jump, the increase. And it may, again, with the same equipment, it may be something that we have to replace.
I'm sure it's very easily explainable, I just think it would be good for everybody
Sure.
to see that in the public record, why the jump.
Oh, and there was one more, I'm sorry, I found my flag. What are we basing off our hospitalization? Considering this year we were pretty well the same, how are we estimating that we're gonna have a $75,000 increase next year?
what we do is we've looked at a 10-year history, and over 10 years, it's been 6%, so it's simply a placeholder to have it for the appropriations budget. But yes, it was low last year, and we would hope for the same this year.
You don't have any idea yet,
No,
they haven't
that-
shot your number?
Yeah, the county usually lets us know sometime in October and November, late October, early November.
So we just shoot high, basically for
Yeah,
the worst,
right.
and then if we, okay.
Yeah, we looked at a 10-year average, and